Okay, guys, we are back at it, and we are about to talk about the most active stocks on the market. These stocks are high volume and these stocks are highly volatile. We've already seen every single stock that's up here on the most active list before. Some of these have been up here plenty of times throughout the years. Now, we see a lot of these stocks are still penny stocks. In fact, the TNXP is down this list. In fact, we'll get down to the top seven in this. We'll talk about ACON all the way through NVDA, as all of these are some prime opportunities right about now. Let's just get right into it. Well, ACON, they came in for the massive bull run today from 3 cents up to the highs of 8 cents, having a quick pullback. From the pre-market, they were slowed down and into today's intraday trading session. They go into a bit of a sell-off, still holding up here around that 6 cents, still up about 39%. If I show you your overall market conditions today, you'll be able to see that today is starting to turn out to be a much more bullish one. Again, going up with about 4,000 advances and about 2,200 decliners. They're getting very bullish. In the opening, they did come in for a decent drop back down before coming in for this bullishness. Now coming in through this year and then into the next month. You know, the first year of the month means a lot. They say the first year of the month sets the tone and direction for the markets for the rest of the year. They say. So, if they got it all being starting off being all bullish now, it'll all be bullish all throughout the year, and we do got everything pushing up to new highs, breaking records right now. We talking about S&P 500 is up at 6,128 record high. So this is where we're gonna start to get our volatility at. And as they take those quick dips, people will be loading up, and it does still come down to crypto, but we'll talk more about Bitcoin a bit later on. So it's really all about our most active stocks right now, and with ACON at the 6 cents, they did come out with news earlier on. It looks like they came out with news earlier on, talking about how ACON Group Inc. joint venture awarded a contract by Ontario Power Generation. What this news is has nothing to do with ACO, and it looks like it does because that news right there say Acon, but like I made a video on it earlier this morning actually talking about what Acon Group is and what they have going on and how it affects things, and like I said, guys, what does this have to do with Acon stock? It seems that there's a bit of confusion because the company involved with joint venture Ontario Power Generation is Acon Group, and they ticker symbol is ARE. This news is under the wrong ticker, but looking like it is still added to the bull sentiment. And either way, that's still a good time because it was at its 52-week lows. And if they can ride this bullishness right, then it'll break them past that 10 cents, that big resistance that they got to get past. And if I show you ACON over on your Moo investing platform, then you can see a bit more information about this at current time. Because right now they got extra larges going out, they got largest going out, they got mediums going out, and they have smalls going out. Of a lot of smalls going out of ACON stock right now. Just to let you know exactly what it's looking like at this exact current time. If you are in there and you want to, you want to be most on point with everything that's going on. But either way, they still got an extremely bullish wave of cost distribution down there. Got to get to the average cost of that 10 cents. And once they actually do get to that, then that big resistance is up there about 15 cents. And there's nothing really holding them back up at that 15 cents after they get past there. So a big explosion can come in on ACON stock. Easy boy around it, especially when you get these things down at the bottom. Like when you get them down at the bottom, when I'm putting those things out in the Discord, saying to get in at ACON at that 4 cents or lower for the swing trade. You see those things just a few days ago while it's still lower than that 4 cents, and you get in and wait for the safe, easy early C. Now I know sitting back and waiting is something people just don't want to do. Like even if you got in there and you wanted to lock in gains off of that first round that came into that pre market. Then you still can go ahead and get another dip, catch that dip back down for that next reversal. When you see them start coming in for these first rounds, especially when they start getting bigger and bigger these rounds because they get more attention, especially when they from those 52-week lows, people are deciding if they like it for the long term and what they, all that good stuff like that. So it does make a big difference to get it at the very beginning and then just actually just wait patiently. I know it's hard to do. Then, have to try to chase that thing at the last minute at the top. Like even, for example, even look at the people today who tried to rush to the ACON at the top. It's only selling off on them. and they hoping it recovers back up to their position now. We've all made those mistakes. There's nothing wrong with it. We just got to remember to fight the FOMO and remember that if it's overbought, we ain't got no choice but to just take on right over to that next stock. The next stock that's in line. And sometimes you just got to stop for the day. Sometimes you not don't even got to trade that day. I mean, no matter what, you got to be watching the markets and be on it, but you only got to be trading every day. For real, for real. You just got to just make sure that you being up to date with everything that's going on. At least you can be prepared for that next move. For the preparation is everything. And right now, on ACON's balance sheet, they do got a decent balance sheet. With total assets outdoing liabilities. We're looking to see if that can increase, and this is pushing up to the top of the most active list right now, 1131 where I'm at, and we're gonna watch more volume come in here. If it continues on like this, you see that bullish divergence getting ready to come in on your 15-minute trading chart for those 15-minute chart traders. Once that yellow MACD line gets to crossing over that blue center line, they're gonna get super bullish on ACON. If I show you this back on your daily charts or whatnot, it's just the beginning. Next, you got NVNI. The NVNI Group Limited come in for a massive bull run up about 300% today. They took a big dip back down. Notice how when they took that dip back down, they found support exactly where they struggled to explode from the first time around that $1.75 range. And now exploded past that, and it triggered instant explosion just like it did last time. But this time up to the highs of about this $5.50 range. And notice how it's slowing down here because of where it had that last big drop off from and where that wick and candlestick come on doing battle at from. Some big resistance there. Now I got to try to break past that. Like look at your 15-minute chart. A lot of people just ready to lock in gains. But like since spaces over at $5 now, excuse me. A lot of people gonna be more. A lot of people, bigger whales, and then longer term investors and whatnot, gonna be bullish on NVNI stock, especially as this stock was massive in short interest. We can go ahead and open up your FinTel as well, and you'll be able to see, and we can see the current short interest update at exact time, along with our order flow for what the extra larges are doing exact time, so you can know exactly what is going on. And I Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seats. Let's see when I'm showing you the short interest on these things up to date in real time. Cause if you would have seen on your Fintel.io, I've been showing y'all a lot more of this every single video. I show y'all whatever tricks and tips there is. And there's a lot of them, man. You'll be able to see when those short sales available get to zero. And then they got zero short sales available. They getting ready to do the squeeze. Let's go look up what was the last one? ACON. Check this out. We didn't. I don't think we checked ACO and short interest before we just went to the next stock. We'll go back and compare that as well. As you can see, now that you understand what these stuff look like, you can compare that to what Moo and whatnot be looking like right now as well. And anybody in the classroom, I thought I already was, but I'll share my screen with you. So if you want to see what I'm talking about in this lesson, then you can as well. And easy money every day, guys. Everybody is welcome to the Banker with Billy Discord. Anybody can always join me in the Banker with Billy 24/7 live trading classroom, doing the live trading 24/7. You could always meet them along in the main chats. And keep in mind, the markets move fast and change directions fast. You do gotta have your own bit of intuition and feel confident in some things and stuff like that. Time of day. And just because I'm going for something doesn't mean you gotta go for it. Just because I'm selling out of something doesn't mean you got to go for it. And there are literally about 20 other coaches in here in Bank with Billy, all putting out what they going for, saying when to buy and when to sell. You can as well follow along with they things if you might not like the stock that I'm going for at said time. ACO and short interest. We watched that thing climb down to zero. I was looking at this yesterday, which got me so intrigued about it. And then as we can see today, down to zero. Zero shares away with short. Next, you have, let's see. Next, you have GOVE. So, GOVE Canoe. I think if I believe, I'm pretty sure GOVE just had like some sort of like lawsuit or something that was just going on, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. That don't matter, I guess. They still coming in for that bull run right now from 32 cents or either 65 cents. Did they actually even
Yeah,
have
they're
news come?
bankrupt.
Oh, yeah, that's what the news
Bankruptcy.
was. Ah, see, yeah, a bankruptcy it is, and people do, and when these things do file bankruptcy, people do these. So these are called bankruptcy plays. People find excitement out of that bankruptcy, creating this what you're seeing here. A longer already seeing the stock go oversold, and they're looking to fill that gap. When this thing is probably actually going to fill up that whole gap back up to that dollar. They're gonna slow down a bit. Like, look right now, it's doing what it's saying. Things all the stocks doing right now, though. Slowing down a bit right now, taking a quick dip back down because the day traders want to lock in some gains. Swing traders still feel confident. Day traders and shorts gonna take control, push you down to the leg. Swing traders gonna get scared back out of there. It's gonna get back to retesting those lows, and then people gonna load it up for the overnight swing. And it's the weekend, so over the weekend, telling what news or updates come out in the world that, changes everything. So you want to make sure that you're keeping up to date with your news platforms or alert platforms and stuff like that. We already all over everything in bankability, but we got an average volume of 3.74 million and the current volume of 223 million right now on a GOEV canoe. I remember a long time ago. This is years ago. I can tell y'all some stories, man. There was a long time, man, where Canoe actually got a big NASA deal. I don't know if they still do this or what's going on, but they're about to be taking the. In fact, I can see if I can look this up. Let me see. They're about to be taking the canoes. They're about to be taking the canoes to the moon. The canoes were going to be the new moon rovers or something like that. Let me see. Canoe NASA deal. This is like 3 years ago, probably. Let me see. Yeah, see? Canoe Northeast startup with NASA and Walmart partnerships. Electric vehicle startup Canoe found to make yeah, that's what they think look like, by the way. Yeah, see they got big NASA deals. Big NASA deals. And yeah, that's what it looked like though. For yeah, I do always enjoy coming across to see what the different vehicles and EVTOLs and different cars and different motorcycles stuff like that look like. For those of y'all who didn't know, there are flying motorcycles now as well. Some of them got wheels, some of them don't. Though none of them need wheels because they already flying anyways. I don't know why the ones that do fly got wheels, but let's see. Let me see. It's called the. Let me just type in Sky Motorcycle. Yeah, cool. We'll just type in Sky Motorcycle. Boom. Yeah, see, this is the one I was talking about, the one that got wheels and fly. Yeah. They escape on all police chases on there. They're gonna fly right away. It's gonna be crazy. And there was some down here. Let me see that didn't have. They were like hover bikes and what. But we'll come back to all these. There's actually a lot of stocks. Look, so a lot of companies aren't listed on the Nasdaq and whatnot. Some of those companies they be doing like private investing and stuff like that. Um, and um, and some of those companies are still just in general just to look up, just to see what they be looking like, especially EVTOLs. But GoAF, massive explosion, about 150%. RIME. RIME from 3 cents up to about 4 cents, right under that 4 cents, still in that 3 cent range, going back down to the mid 3 cents before spiking back up, and they still only up about 10%, looking like they finna take a crash back down on RIME. The algorithm holdings, they make karaoke machines. They last big news is how they put in karaoke machines in people's cars. And man, I guess some people believe in the karaoke, I don't remember the time where the karaoke ain't been around, I guess. But we got RIME down here at big resistance points. Like this 3 cent, 4 cent range is a major battle for it to break past. You see, I keep on trying to spike past that range and then getting held back down. Shorts take control of a stock at said position. Shorts will take control at a stock, all the positions, like how a stock will go up and find support because a bunch of buyers don't like that at that position. Let's say that stock done went down and then that dipped down stronger at certain points because shorts liked it better at that position. So some positions, some resistance ranges are stronger than others. If that all makes sense to you. But big bull run looking to come in. They still oversold, got to go back overbought. And last time they were overbought was up around that $30 with an average volume of 76 million. Decent to see RIME continuously pop up here on the most active list. I do believe they got some sort of reverse split coming up that they plan. Yeah, look, they saying it right here. What's this? They got a They finna do they got a stock split plan. They approved a reverse stock split. And they don't even want to tell you how much it is. All they say is they gonna do a range from 1 for 110, from 1 for 10 to 1 for 250. That creates uncertainties, right? Uncertainty creates fear. Fear creates selling. Selling creates shorts. Shorts take control. That stock stay wrecked. Then they got to do that split. Newer investors ain't know nothing about it. So they got stuck in there at the wrong time rather than locking a quick gains off of the I was on a discount before that split. Then that thing gonna do that. Then that thing gonna do a sell off after it splits. I don't know what they're gonna split up to. 1 for 250 probably put. I don't know what it's gonna put them on to. I don't even want to do the stock math. But then it's gonna sell off. Then traders are gonna become bag holders and not understand what happened to all these shares. What just went wrong. There are some cases where that thing can split and that stock can continue to just go up. Like if because of when it splits, some that gives big wells and big investors the time to, the chance to decide if they maybe like it from there. They come out like a stock will split, see like in compliance, and then come out with the best news right at that same day. That way they stock don't crash on that split. Like some companies do it strategically. But you know, no, no, I speak from experience, man. Just throwing you out some tidbits, some pointers here, man. RIME. I am not in on this round on RIME, and you can't catch them all. You're not going to be able to catch them all. And if you've been holding in on the play for about a good week or so, again, you didn't lock it, and maybe you didn't lock in game last round, or maybe that thing didn't explode yet. Whatever the case may be, you can always just go ahead and let that thing go. I know how it is, man. If I let it go now, then it's gonna explode until I let it go. And yeah, it definitely for sure is. But you ain't gotta, you've been holding on for so long now. You ready for the new play. You see all the new stocks going all across and whatnot. And just because I'm still holding in on the stock doesn't mean you have to. What stock is that? NVNI. NVNI. Let's go look at NVNI in the Discord. NVNI for hot parabolic alerts early on coming out of Discord. And of course, Coach Crawford throwing out alerts for NVNI just a few days ago, saying to watch this for the swing trade. Alerts that go out to the members, you see those on time. If you don't, then you just don't get that stock on time. And that's cool because you're not going to be able to get them all anyways. You're just going to get what you can while you can and lock in gains and go to the next thing. Like me for right now, for example, I'm still holding in on ACO. So on ACON, like when it exploded and hit the top earlier, I trimmed. What I like to do in some cases, like if I still want to hold a stock on longer, well, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna trim 30 or 70%, and I'm gonna let the rest run while still minding my stop loss. And if your stop loss never gets hit, then you ain't gotta worry about nothing. And if you really feeling so bold and so confident in that stock and you don't want to sell it when it has that quick 15% pullback, if you would like to, you can just have your stop loss set all the way to where if it goes back down where you only got 15%, then you could lock it in there. You'll still be liking gains. I mean, you ain't liking at the top because you want to be, you're a little more risky, but you were still able to lock in gains and you still trimmed off at the top there anyway. So no matter what, you still winning. And it might not ever go back to hit your stop loss if you got in at that very bottom. If it comes in for a big enough explosion before it does ever sell back off, well, you want to save feasibility. See, now you just find yourself a safe long-term and a lifetime investment. As long as it keeps on exploding and coming from the nines and no nines or no delusions, you ain't never ever got to worry about them hitting your position ever at all. And they have the 52-week lows. Keep in mind, but GOVE along in the Discord. Canoe. I think you've been trading so many different these different stocks for so long and stuff like that, and you get like the experience and the memory of how these things move and work. Some stocks you really just don't like to go for, whether they get ready to make a move or not. Some stocks you just already had your fill of for real. But RGTI. Okay, so regularly computings. The favorite out of all the quantum computings right now. This one comes back in for another bull run, back up to the highs of about $16. They've been facing battle across this whole way. Notice when they stopped here first around at $10, and they took a dip back down, found support back there, bounced back up towards around this 14, $15, took a dip back down there, found support, and now they still stuck around at 14, $15. Big resistance. Why, you ask? Because of that 14, $15 here is actually where they struggled at around last time. They got to break past into this peak, this big jumbled up mess right here. Big resistance. Bro, they can get past that, they can get past this initial point right here. This one initial point. Then it starts to explode back towards $20. Where it's gonna be a real battle there. That's gonna be the big battle, the super big test. Like when it start get up to those highs like that, it's like, all right, now are they strong enough to hold this? Are they, are they fundamentally power? Or they got the good fundamentals? At that point, it's about the fundamentals. Now they got the good fundamentals to keep them holding on and stuff like that. Because the technicals will get it up there, but the fundamentals is what's gonna keep it up there. TNXP, 21 cents. Went up to 41 cents. Big resistance, super resistance around is 40 cents. Tonics Pharmaceuticals, they believe in this for TNXL-102, and they say that fibromyalgia cure is about to be the best cure of them all to make this thing go all the way to the highs of $100 or so, and they are getting in. Let me show you so you do understand everything that you are looking at current time. Back on your overall monthly chart, that TNXP is still down to a massive discount and hasn't even started yet. Like if you didn't get in at the very bottom, then you probably be you maybe a little bit more nervous because of some of these highs and getting volatile and stuff like that for the day traders. But what they want to do, because notice it's still been climbing up for days, like there's not just one day, because people are going in for like a longer term and or a lifetime investment on TNXP. It's a very hot one right now. I have made many a TNXP video for the last big bull runs and for this big and for this upcoming bull run. And it's gonna be another big wave coming in. I feel like it's gonna happen after the markets have a pullback and then they go back up because right now you got the markets that are I like not just like 10 people, but a lot of stocks. And there's also a such thing as the sector rotation too. Like sector's gonna rotate. I don't know if pharmaceuticals don't really get a rotation into their sectors like that. The only time all the pharmaceuticals really like had they was like during the COVID. The COVID, that's when everything was really going crazy. Well, yeah, this one is hot right here. People not trying to sell TNXP. People have done very deep fundamental analyses and whatnot. And I've done 4 guides on tiny pharmaceuticals as well. Check out some of those 4 guide videos to know more about it. They got major gaps to fill. If they don't get up there, they're gonna have to do a reverse split, eventually. But I mean, I don't think that's really in a path right now at all. Like a reverse split, they look like they can cleanly get up to $1 if people don't sell it off real fast. But Nvidia, okay, so Nvidia is getting the power again to start to lead the markets like it did once upon a time ago. And on Nvidia at this 144 makes a prime opportunity for the big discount. Nvidia taking this big sell-off is one of the reasons why the market started opening up so stable and choppy. If you recall, I was just showing you the market conditions along in the opening. If you didn't skip past that part along in the video, and we see NVDA going back down to retest that big 143, that 143 where it spiked all the way back into about that $145 range, and before it climbed back up to about that 150, and this 143 is a key level down here as this 143 has been retested one, two, three, about 4 times now on NVDA, and they're not about to sell this thing all the way back off down that low. Ain't no way they finna drop this thing back down, but that would be crazy. We go see the most recent video that's along in the Discord. As you know, we got our NVIDIA algo alert sections with the alerts that go to the premium upgraded members. Let's see if the last alerts were coming out bullish or bearish for NVIDIA stock. Now, okay, this last alert came out on the 21st. We're gonna be looking for the next update on NVIDIA. On that next update, we'll know what the next, and that was a long trend too, for like a 4 hour chart. So when I trade them, I like to go. I wish I would have seen this one the time the IWM. IWM. Let's go see what that project because I like to trade IWM. I know it's probably my favorite one out of all of them. Oh, it's the cheapest one of all of them too.
Projected to come up with more bullishness. This came at 11:30. Okay, this came 20 minutes ago. I see. To 229 up into these 230s and up to the 234. Might be getting some IWMs for the weekend swing, man. Now, how long I'm making this video now? 20 minutes. It's crazy. So I start making this video, okay. Let me see IWM. Go ahead. It's already at 2:30 now. Yeah, go already at 2:30. Project to break passes and go up to 234. That's very good. Watch this on IWM. Let's go back to a weekly chart. We don't look back at a weekly chart on IWM too often. Stuff. Look at this. Where it's at right now, it's right. Like this is the big resistance point for this thing right now. Literally, where it's at right now. This 130. Literally, you gotta break past this 130, and then the biggest reach is gonna be at 244 again, and that's where it says headed back up to. Just showing y'all projections, man. Y'all can understand what y'all got going on and whatnot. But I'm Billy Banks. Let me know what y'all think of all these, which ones y'all favorite ones are, and which ones y'all are holding in on. I'll see y'all in there, and happy trade.